Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis, and breaking scoreboards. Simone of the Olympics, defense and big business. The Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch, screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the three in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids, Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is, your host DeeTrynt. Yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. What's really good, y'all? All right, hope everybody's having a wonderful hump day. It's the middle of the week, I mean, the kids out for summertime, unless you got, those year-round goers, and I understand. But for us regular working folks, we just looking forward to our Fridays, Some people got their Friday today. Some people have their Friday on Friday. Whatever the case, though, welcome, man. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz, you feel me? We're streaming on multiple social platforms and multimedia platforms, you feel me? I know that's right. It's Luke, Big Luke, what's good? You say all my kids, bro. I know that's right. That means you did your job, my guy. So, what are we talking about today? All right, a few things I want to go over today. We're gonna start with the NBA. All right, Summer League is coming down to its last few games before they really start the tournament. We got quite a few games on slate tonight. As you got, I hate when that happens. Don't do me like that. All right, you got the Timberwolves and Bucks who will be starting up in an hour. The Cavaliers and Hornets who will be starting up at 5. Wizards and Pelicans start up at 6. Raptors and Jazz start up at 7. Kings and Thunder tonight at 8. Heat and 76ers tonight at 9. You got the Nuggets and the Clippers going to play at 10. So you got about 6-7 games on slate tonight, which is fire. Oh, it's the rain, y'all. All right, as you say, we in the streets, InDaStreetzSportz, you feel me? So what you hear is the outside. This is what we do. All right. But speaking on the NBA, Summer League lightweight been lit. It's been quite a few blowout games, and everybody doesn't have the best lower part of the bench or the best rookies and all that. But I think it's been highly interesting. I think most of the top picks that have played, especially the first rounders, have done really well. It's been a few second rounders who's really made a name for themselves. And I'm looking forward to this tourney, man. Hopefully, them Cavaliers will end up somewhere at the end of the tourney that'll be fire. Go ahead and bring home a Summer League championship, you feel me? But we're in the thick of free agency for the NBA. It's still a lot of things going on as far as possible trades and all that. Kevin Durant's still supposed to be on the move, supposedly. We're going to see how that works. Kyrie could be on the move as well. It seems like he's going to go to LA. Seems like the only team that wants him. And it just came out that Donovan Mitchell may be on his way up out of Utah. All right. Now, I like Spider. I think Spider got mad game. But I got Cleveland Cavs fans that think we shouldn't pay Sexton, but we should trade for Donovan Mitchell. And maybe it's just me, but I feel like Colin better than Donovan. I just felt like Donovan had just started off with a better team than Colin had. But I like Young Bull a lot. And you know, some people will try to use the fact that he didn't get a lot of offers this offseason as to say that measures his worth on the court. And it's not even remotely close to true. The only thing about it is bad timing. What I will say is Sexton, last year the Cavs would have gave you 5 years, 125 with no problem. Last year in the offseason, they was willing to give you 20-something million. And you ain't take it. You bet on yourself. You end up getting injured. This is why most people always tell you take the bird in the hand versus the two in the bush. So I don't knock Colin. I don't blame him or nothing like that. But, as adults, man, we are all victims or recipients, of all good and bad. Every decision you do make and every decision you don't make comes with a reward and a consequence. So now Colin may have to play on a qualifying deal. I think it's $8 million. Somebody said it was 12.2. I'm gonna definitely check that out and find out what that's about. But look, I don't think Colin should play this year on a qualifying offer. I think it's nothing but upside from that if he does it, but I don't think he should. I think he should at least do a 3-year deal with the Cavs. He's only 22. You do a 3-year deal with the Cavs, put you at like 25. You know what I'm saying? They want to give you $16 million a year to come off the bench. I think taking, $50 million over 3 years or 50 so million over 3 years is better than $12 million over 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get that little half $100 in your pocket. Do I think Darius Garland should have been paid 4 times as much as you getting offered? No, not even close. Y'all definitely should have got somewhere around the same number. But it's also about time and the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And Darius hit his stride at the right time and came into an offseason that gave him the right opportunity to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? It's just been in reverse for Sexton. So I believe Sexton's going to stay with the Cavs because, listen, if they going to do the, and I don't knock it, but if they going to run Garland with Karis LeVert, Laurie Marketing, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, you come off the bench with Sexton, Okoro, Ochai, Love, whoever else you want to throw in between, still sound like a at least a second round playoff roster to me. So Kobe, look, stay the course, stick to the script. As you go, money over, and stick to the script. You feel me? Got we flip, we re-up, get back on the. You gotta stick to the script, man. It's gonna work out for the Cavs better in the long run if you keeping the young pieces together on this core and build them around them, versus you trying to change in and out. I'm still an advocate of seeing Chetty Osman and Kevin Love lead this roster. I'm still an advocate to see Dylan Windler get more play time. I would like to see, the reserve lineup that has Windler, Stevens, and Wade. Whether they play the 2-3-4 or however that works, I would like to see that. I want to see how that looks, especially with a Neto and a Robin Lopez. I think that'll probably be a good, little third part of the bench. But Rubio gonna come back, so you figure you put Rubio with the other lineup, man. It's gonna get nasty. Like the Cavs gonna have chances. I mean, opportunities. They'll have a multitude of different lineups they're going to be able to throw and play matchup with anybody in the league for whatever reason. But I think a lot of that depends on having Colin Sexton on the roster. When you take him away from this roster and you're not adding something with his talent or better, the Cavs might be a playoff team, a play-in team again. I just think Colin Sexton is one guy that moves the needle. If you got him on your team, you have a good chance of winning any game. And if you don't have him on your team and he on the opposing team, then you got a good chance of losing any game. So, Chad been looking kind of nice. Jalen Williams, though, the one from Santa Clara, he been balling, though. Okay, it's been a pretty good summer league for sure. With that being said, though, I ain't gonna spend too much on the Cavs right now, because it ain't really a lot going on. Like, it's a lot going on, but it's all like speculative, so it's kind of hard to just run with speculative in my mind. I need a little more concreteness, we could kind of dive into where do I think Kevin Durant goes. That's probably a question, right? Where does DeeTrynt think Kevin Durant should end up? Could end up, possibly will end up, most likely to end up. To be honest, man, Miami seemed like the raw fit. The problem is, it's only so many roster spots on the team. If Rudy Gobert demanded 4 picks, 4 players, Kevin Durant gonna be worth at least 2, 3 All-Stars, or at least an All-Star, a budding star. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it's only so many people on the roster because Brooklyn can only take back so many players, bro. Brooklyn still got a whole squad. So whenever they pull the trigger on Durant, they still got to make sure they got an already locked in play for Kyrie. And then you got to figure out how all that is going to fit around Ben Simmons. Because now you're basically telling me you're going to put the franchise on Ben Simmons. So how do these pieces mesh? You know what I'm saying? But I think Miami got the most firepower to give up with draft picks. Tyler Hero would be exceptionally interesting. I don't think Kyle Lowry should be in the deal, because I just like him better over there with Durant and Jimmy and Bam. But you let Jimmy play the 2, Durant play the 3, Bam play the 4. You know what I'm saying? Throw you a 5 down there. It's where I would like to see Durant go, that nobody's talking about, that is not on the radar, is I would like to see him go to Dallas. That's not a name that's been through out there. Could you imagine Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic with Christian Wood? Bro, Luka and KD would be crazy alone. So that's just one of the out of box teams, and he could go to Atlanta still. Atlanta still got John Collins and picks, so they could definitely start negotiations with them at there. Even if they have to throw in a Clint Capella to make the money work still, they got Ngakwe. No, is that what is that? Adiku? I'm messing his name up, but it's a guy that played it. They came out of USC year before last. So I can see and then you will have Hunter with Durant and DeJounte and Trae Young, and that'll be murderous. Anywhere Durant go changes the landscape. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be crazy. So let's transition to football. We're days away from training camp, man. We waiting on news to drop. Yesterday, on the last episode, I think that was, we touched a little bit on breakouts and standouts and most improved and possible MVPs. So I'll take this time out to talk a little bit about the coaching staff. and what I would like to see from the coaching staff. All right. The first word that comes to my mind when I think about the Cleveland Browns' current coaching staff situation is imagination. I'm going to need my OC, my HC, my DC, and my SPC, STC. I'm going to need them all to get creative with the talent. I'm going to need them to put together a game plan and formations and personnel packages that really, truly put the defense on their heels or the opposing team on their heels at all times. I want to see aggression, but I want to see smart aggression. I want to see, how they adapt, especially in year 3, where you're not really so much installing the system, but you're improving it. You know what I mean? So that is like the biggest thing I want to see from the coaching staff. I think Kevin Stefanski has a very large, extensive array of formations and plays that he could use. And I think with the talent we have right now, he'll be able to do something quite interesting with that. But the special teams and the defensive coordinator, they got to show me something. I have more faith in the offense than I do offensive play calling than I do the defensive special team play calling. So I just want to see more of that improve. And it looked like it's about to pick up, so I'm just going to end this on the short side, all right? So this DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. You know what I'm saying? When things die down, I'll come back and we'll chop it up a little better, all right? So one, y'all be safe, be easy. One love.